to line up. Aurelia going to be locked in here for Dudu or Karis. I'd love it to be the mid lane pick, just because then you're playing Aurelia into closer. Like, if there is ever a more Chad move than that, I don't know what it is.
I think it's going to be on the top side of the map here, though, to pull.
Yeah, it's the
further.
classic into the Nas. It's just going to come down to how well these two teams play in the skirmishes in this early stage of the game. And I'm battle fight or not, as Karis still looking for a little bit more here. Finds the empowered auto, backflip, connects as well as they go for another battle. This is just non-stop skirmishing as they get the flash out of closer to try and get out of the way. But Dove, max health, and Dudu just left on his lonesome. Oh dear, Harmalife Esports leaving their top laner out to dry. We can actually utilize that effectively, as it looks like Harmalife Esports will be able to comfortably take this straight. Croco comes in a little bit late as Vista looking to start a fight. Kale down relatively low as we've got a white gun here for Johnny. He's doing a lot of work. The onslaught of shadows is massive as the Lee Sin goes down now. Closer looking for the backline, does find one as he locks him down, but it's going to be answered immediately, and just the Leona into giving Chani a kill is bad news, Bears, if you're a Live Sandbox fan.
Very much a...
He was the one going aggressive, Dove just going for a disengage, and you can throw out the ult whenever you'd like to. Great. Coming on over with some perfect execution. It is going to be the Drake secured by Croco, but now Harmalife Esports, can they find themselves the team fight? The answer is at least a kill onto the mid lane as Karis just dives right in. Croco trying to get out. Ice is absolutely dead, and that was not the voyage that you wanted to take.
Meanwhile,
oh my goodness. Yeah, meanwhile here on the top side of the map, Dudu's fighting it out against Dove and finds it with a W. I love that.
Oh man, this game is just off the rails now for Harmalife Esports. You make the kill play bottom side, get those plates for Chani, you have the Rift Herald value coming through big, then you turn your focus to the Drake, and yes, you're not able to get the Drake, but you still win the team fight follow-up so well.
It was overextensions in the end as Vista's going to come on through, look to protect his Akali. Closer and Croco together, not really going to get too much done here as the backflip connected. Karis dives on forward once again. Perfect execution will allow Vista to lock down that kill as the chains are going to miss. And Closer does have one remaining Q available as the Super Mega Death Rocket will secure the kill onto the Leona. Atlas can't speak, but Closer can definitely grab some kills here with the help of his team.
Chani does have ult, but he's not alone.
Oh, there's a horse. He's going to turn up, and there's the ulti. Chani not going to be a guy that looks at explosions because he's pretty cool.
Yeah. If you can start a fight off that way, then follow up with the Nara ultimate. There are ways that Live Sandbox win this game. Don't get me wrong. It's just so hard when you're blind. Speaking of blind,
yeah, Dudu going to get smashed back, and that is Chain CC, a boulder hurled towards the Akali, and Harmalife Esports immediately going to be spotted on the Baron, because that is the set play. Try and draw them to the other side of the map and then take the Baron.
And it's not a cross-map opportunity here for Harmalife Esports on Baron because double teleports of the players getting the kill bottom side are available. They can just teleport right back over to the Baron and stop you in your tracks.
Oh. Hanwha can theoretically start this Baron, move on over and take it as Croco looking for Johnny. There's the flash, but he goes golden. Absolutely love the play, but it's not going to be nearly enough to save his life as Karis. He's going to go into his stopwatch as well, but he's in amongst 5 people. Perfect execution comes down on Fleek, just trying to disengage. But Harmalife Esports, they just lose one after one.
The other. Yeah, this is the one by one. You lose these pieces. You can't 5v5 team fight against a team that's so good at turning and will have control over this Baron pit. Closer has control of this choke point with the onslaught of shadows.
Yeah, definitely a fantastic ultimate for him to have available. And also now with the fact that he is very strong, his playstyle from earlier is going to be rewarded rather than punished. Okay, Dudu taking a lot of damage here, looking for his opportunity. Karis dives into the backline. Let's see whether Harmalife Esports can win themselves a team fight. Good Gale Force comes through as OnFleek is going to be able to take away the Drake at least. Dudu goes down, the horse grabs one, but it's answered back. Meanwhile, the rest of Harmalife Esports able to make something happen there on the north side of the fight. Good Nah there onto Johnny as the Super Mega Death Rocket will help finish the kill. And Karis and Vista, there is nothing they can do about this one. Good sidestep there from Vista, but I think these rockets are still going to ring true. And Karis running for the hills, trying to get towards that shroud. Dove is going to get baited by it, but okay, that's a bit cute. Manages to backflip over the wall.
Live a little bit longer.
Yeah, Abyssal Dive not available just yet.
Oh, Nara's over the wall. Oh, nice dodge.
Yep, trying to get these side steps to work as the backflip's going to connect. There's the Devour. It's real cute, but isn't really going to work out.
That was the most Yoshi Tom Kench move I've ever seen.
Well, Life Esports thought that they could set up a little bit of a trap here, as here's a teleport flank. We're going for it. It's the hard force. Teleport is going to answer immediately. He's engaging on a Leona. Generally a mistake. Onslaught of Shadows comes out from about everyone on the map right now, but Closer is unfortunately a little bit too far away. Does manage to get his way out and snag a kill as well, but he is still going to die. Dove now taking a lot of damage, and look at Johnny. He's still alive. Ice trying to survive against Karis here. We'll see whether he has the mobility, as he does get stunned up. Q doesn't quite connect there from Croco, as now Johnny flashes forward. He'll immediately get booted to the face as Croco goes golden, and Karis gets towards the backside of the map. Dudu is going to go down though, as the Jinx is still alive. Karis now in trouble, and there's the double kill, and Jinx got excited, and that is what you have to worry about as a Harmon Life Esports fan.
And they have so much damage, too. They've taken out the big threats here, the Aurelia, the Akali. They can now just get on top of this Baron, and because they have a 7-2 Jinx who's got 4 items online, yeah. And like you said, there's just no way to silence Dudu looking for the engage.
Yeah, we're going to flash on in. Great kickback, and Dudu is going to be denied. He survives for the moment as OnFleet gets towards the back line. Karis finally turns up here as Croco in the front line. Super Mega Death Rocket lands only onto Chani, but he's relatively safe where he's been positioned. The Gnar goes into the wall, finds one target, but it's a priority, and the Aphelios is going to go down as well. They created space for Closer, and man, he closed as the inhibitor turret's going to go down.
He certainly did. He's a Hecarim that can close the gap a lot more lethally. He had so much.
What? Garrus, what happened, buddy? Where did you go? OnFleek is going to get zapped here as Ice is looking for him, but the Nexus is going to go down. Live Sandbox. He had a bunch of different options, of course, even the ulti from the Akali, the perfect execution, also fantastic to be picked up as well.
It's so sad, too, because I thought OnFleek's early to mid-game was the best Hecarim we've seen, and
as Aurelia being hovered. Let's see where he does actually decide to land. Gnar makes a lot more sense, and that is going to be taken here.
It's so hard to play the Aurelia into Hullbreaker Graves. You're not going to be able to have the same sort of pressure that you would against a lot of top laners like the Gnar that we saw last game. She will always win the longer fights. You've got to be Johnny on the spot with that lockdown.
Yep. To play in the jungle and get their buffs down to low health.
What's really interesting is, hold that thought, Dove.
Yep, it's going to be a big old nod delivered to the horse. That was an alley-oop. Loved it. OnFleek's like, see you later, buddy. Don't want any part of this one.
Yeah, with the follow-up hook as well. That was so well coordinated.
Yeah, that was some Harlem Globetrotters up there on the top side. Loved it.
It's a hard call to make to go to refill. Like I said before this even started, it's like neither of these teams want to.
Well, Croco's back as the Gnar is going to miss, but the wallop rings true. And the horse is just wandering on through. Easy peasy. Picks that one up, and more plates will now go over to Dove. And now Liv Sandbox might go for a rip. No. There's camps up. Is the same situation as Croco now looking to chase after OnFleek. Let's see whether the scatter is actually going to ring true here. There's a lot of damage onto Closer, but he just presses R, and all of the orbs will take down the Prince of Demacia.
This is why Croco's hanging around in this area, as he knows that if he has the follow-up CC and the Syndra ultimate, he can make it happen, and he does. Gets a kill there onto the Jarvan. Again, not for an objective, but he just wants to get that gold lead rolling. This time the kill goes to him. And they're utilizing the early advantages of the Hecarim. We're seeing it again. You've got to play it slow. Go to your late game Zeri, win condition. Don't try to force right now. Wait for a better opportunity to get that gold.
Well, Ice is going to Gale Force, and he's going to turn it around immediately onto OnFleek here. Really like it. And that means he holds onto his flash. He's going to be absolutely fine.
And denies a Rift Herald drop as well out of this.
The original has been the best in previous games that we've watched. Zeri hasn't necessarily just come into the LCK and won everything, but she has been very high priority, as KL's going to find himself a hook. Don't know whether it's exactly the one he wants, though, as immediately goes down extraordinarily low. OnFleek grabs that kill, and honestly, that was the most obvious bait in the history of baits.
Yeah.
But he still bites.
He still bites here, and you can't be making plays like this. You're feeding gold over to Hanwha Life Esports' superior front-to-back team fight here. If you don't have vision, you just can't walk in here, which is why you need a control vision, which is why you need to be deeper. Where else were they? They certainly weren't on your mini-map.
Well, Closer now going to have to deal with this. Can he escape the chain? The answer is, in the first case, no. Second place, no. And now Closer is going to press the gameplay button and his stopwatch, and that is going to send Karis away.
Send him away for now.
It's going to be very valuable. Karis moving down towards the bottom side, wanting to punish Dove here just a little bit.
As long as Chunny doesn't die as Dove. Oh no, I've seen this one before.
So have I. He is going to run it out, though, as the hop is going to connect that chain. Max range, absolutely fantastic, but the wall is going to be there. That's the flash Gnar as well, as Dove finds another boulder, goes golden. There's now Closer looking for the scat of the week. Doesn't connect it there, but Croco's going to finish the deal. Some boulders flying every which way, but Karis is now running for the hills, running the wrong direction as Croco. He is so dang fast. Ice wanted the kill, but Croco is a horse, and he will gallop over
Croco. He's going to guarantee it, and you know, who's baiting who knew now, or who knew that who's baiting who?
Yep. Talking about things like green eggs and ham, this is a purple worm. Damn, as Ice going to get some damage down as the depth charge connects onto OnFleek. They want to kill the jungler so that there is no 50-50, and they are going to secure that. But now Johnny, free hitting from the back line. But look at this, they are very beefy, and Ice is at full health. Oh, takes one little Q, and that's a lot of damage. Liv Sandbox actually going to back away from the Baron pit, will move up above 1,000, so that is going to reach net neutral as far as the amount the Baron gives you by just killing it at the beginning. But that's a flash forward. Vista gets towards the backline, but where is the follow-up? Where is the answer? He goes golden as now Karis dives into the backline, manages to lock down the kill on both of the carries instantly. Kale's going to go down as well, and Croco's out of here. He wants to protect that sick KDA that he's picked up for himself. And the GA is going to get popped, and the Gnar is just going to wait for his own demise. Man, Life Esports turn it on a dime. Yep, Karis on a great flank angle here as Croco, the one front lining, as the depth charge is going to come down. In they go. That is a... Oh, I don't know. Bit disconnected there on the Cataclysm. Where's the follow-up? Karis was still coming around the corner, and Ice trying to get revenge.
Depth
as
charge
he
on
just
cooldown.
walks at him. Yeah, exactly right. Stendo Beam comes on through as Johnny's still at full health, and that is very dangerous.
Can Liv Sandbox get out of here? The Jarvan has no health here, but you're on the left side of the map now as Liv Sandbox. Looks like there's going to group to push here.
Yeah, well, let's see whether Karis is actually going to make his way in. Immediately does start the teleport off. That is the Everfrost to come down. OnFleek is going to get the knockup. That's a three-man Gnar into the backline. Onslaught of Shadows, triple kill instantly from Ice, but he's going to get murdered by the Baron. That's so scary, but he stays alive. Johnny now 1 versus 4. Zeri definitely is not that overpowered, and it's going to be Dove that locks down that kill, and Karis just watches on in horror as all of his friends get obliterated, and now Liv Sandbox are looking for that 2-0.
Life Esports just way too late to the party here. Liv Sandbox had all the opportunity to turn, and even though Zeri wasn't hit by the depth charge, it did not matter.
Oh dear. Karis is like, look at me, come and kill me instead of my base.
Well, I mean, they don't get the kill on, or they don't get the knock-up onto the Zeri, but they have a fantastic follow-up ultimate for Croco. He wins this team fight with Dove's ultimate, and yeah, well, this is just a tragic ending, isn't it?
It's really
Life Esports, I think, really squandered a lot of big advantages they had in this game, and Liv Sandbox will show they have the better experience. They will win this series 2-0.
And the main thing is, the horse now has a kill. A victory. He had kills already, but he has a victory. Dang, it's been a long day. 3-0-10 for Croco. I have a feeling our fan club leader is going to be correct this time around. Looking at the damage numbers, yeah, Zeri didn't really get to the Zeri point. Dove also getting a lot of work done. Wouldn't be surprised if he picks up a POG. But Croco didn't die, and he was playing a horse, and he's the first one to get a win on the Hecarim. So that's where my vote will go.
Thank you very much, guys. This is Jisun for the POG interview translation, joined by Dove and Ice from Liv Sandbox. Congratulations on picking up the first win. During the practice and screams, you know, it was definitely hard, but finally we got the win, so it's amazing. What kind of hardships? I mean, the screams were not going well. So yeah, I was very worried. And all the efforts are now paying off. And Dove, a very good victory heading over to Liv Sandbox. How do you feel? Just like he said, you know, the screams were going well. Especially for me, it was like very frustrating. But I'm happy that we were able to get a very good result on stage. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell. And this is a very, you know, well-deserved victory for Liv Sandbox. And you guys are able to get your round 1 revenge. What was the focal point for today's preparation? I mean, we just have to get our revenge, you know? That makes us want to win more, so we focus on that kind of emotion. And Ice, you were playing against Chani, the Hana Life's emergency call-up player, and I'm pretty sure you have been playing against him for multiple times during the Challenges League days. After I joined the main roster, I got to play with better players, you know? So I wasn't too worried about playing against Chani. And Dov, I think we have to talk about your NAR because I heard your NAR was winless in scrims. Is that true? I don't exactly remember the numbers, but you know, based on what we had during scrims, we were actually wanna give up on NAR. You know, we were like, this is never gonna work. So even before the minute we logged in NAR, we weren't sure about the result. I think today, in game 2, at the end of the game, maybe that play was pretty good. But other than that, because my proficiency was lacking, I'm pretty bummed about my performance on NAR. However, that outplay on NAR will keep you motivated to work on that NAR pick. We had Irelia to counter NAR. Did you see that coming? Yeah, of course. So we did briefly mention that. And then we were like, I don't know, whatever, we'll see. And then I got punished by Dudu so hard. However, in the mid to late game, my teammates did so well, so I got carried. So I was able to kind of come back stronger for game 2. Yeah, indeed. Especially that pick onto Felius was the turning point. So did you expect to turn the game around? I thought it was going to be like 50-50. But with the kill on the Felius, I think that kill was able to buy so much space for us. And then later on, Jinx was able to just freely do damage in the backline. Yeah, I mean, I always trust my teammates in my team. So yeah, that's how I played, and I think I should keep it that way. And Zeri was let through in game 2, and Liv Sandbox came up with a very early hacker lock-in. I'm not sure about our draft and strategy, to be honest. Then Dov, do you have anything to tell us about that strategy? I have no idea. I have no idea about the draft. I have no idea about the tactics and strategy. It's all on the coaching staffs and head coach. I just follow them. I just believe they're kind of a decision. Game 2, it was very back and forth game between two teams, and it was really hard to expect where we're gonna land, but the final team fight was just so perfect. So let's take a look at the replay together. Your ult was just fantastic. I mean, so Kyle's ult, you know, had that landed onto only one opponent, it would be a little bit dicey to jump in, but then we had multiple knockups, so I was like, yeah, I should go in. And Cube was watching this game, and he was just amazed to see that play. One of the best NAR players in the LCK history. Hey Cube, fighting! I will support you. Thank you so much. And your next opponent is Nongshim Radforce. I had a lot of mistakes today, so I think I have to get rid of those and come back stronger and better in that Nongshim series. What about you, Dov? Would you like to add on to that? So we have another, mission to do, getting another revenge. So I hope we can come back stronger and get a revenge on Nongshim Radforce. And this is the end of the POG interview. Back to analyst Carpet Space. Thank you.